think the Ravens are the biggest winners in the AFC North this offseason?
This is a team that consistently is going to be in position to contend because of how talented they are. The reality of it is those guys can play.
The AFC should watch out for the Baltimore Ravens this season.
Players in the NFL, certainly one of the best players at quarterback. They got a guy at tailback in J.K. Dobbins, who I think could be an all-pro. They got one of the best tight ends in football, a plethora of perimeter weapons, some health on the offensive line, a very good defensive line, one of the better young linebackers in the NFL, and a top 5 secondary. And no one talks about it.
Yo, what it is? Welcome back to another episode of At the Bank, a Baltimore Ravens podcast show. This episode is about to be dope, you feel me? Because, it is preseason game day, you feel me? I understand a lot of people keep saying, Dad, why are you making a big deal about preseason? First of all, football is back, you feel me? I'm so pumped that football is back. It's my favorite sport. I get to sit here and talk about my favorite team, my favorite guys. So you already know it's why I'm so pumped about preseason. Preseason is where you find out which guys did you draft this during this offseason? Which guys did you get during the offseason? It's like a whole bunch of the stuff that you need to find out about your team. And preseason is the only way you're going to find out who these guys are, because some of these guys might make the team. Some of these guys might not make 18. Just because you are trying out for the Ravens does not mean that your dream will end. You're still auditioning for the other 52 teams that's out here. This is why preseason is most definitely valuable. So this is why I'm so pumped, because like I said, I got 4 players that I want everybody to be on the lookout for this game this evening against the Eagles. Because we're going to be at the bank. This is going to be a dope game. I'm pretty sure the M&T Bank Stadium is going to be live tonight. Because like I said, football is back. But, like I said, I got 4 players that I want everybody to keep their eye out on. 2 of these players, you already know. They made the team last year, but they in the same predicament again, are trying to figure out, are they still a part of this team, or will they be a part of this team? Will they be another part of the organization? You feel me? So I'm going to be giving y'all 4 players. I'm going to be giving y'all the camp and injury updates, what's been going on in the camp, and who we probably will not be seeing tonight. Of course, we already know we're not going to see Lamar. We're not going to see J.K. We're not going to see Odell Beckham. We're not going to even see Bateman. We're not going to see Roquan, Patrick Queen, Marcus Smith. None of the big heavy hitters. Not going to see none of them tonight. But, it's still some players that we have to watch out for, because there's still some players who I believe can make some big names for themselves. You feel me? All they got to do is stick to the script, learn how to play the script, and, keep fighting. Because that's all it is about fighting. And we also, speaking of fighting, we also got a contract extension. I'm pretty sure people already know who it is, but I got some questions for this guy. Can this guy live up to the hype of what this contract extension is going to be? You feel me? So, enough with the rambling, enough with the chitter-chat, you feel me? Let's go ahead and get to some of these players who I want everybody to keep an eye on, you feel me? And one of the players that we already know who he is. He already has been putting a lot of buzz since he's been on our organization, you feel me? He was our number 2 quarterback last year, and I'm trying to see, is he going to be our number 2 quarterback again this year? Of course, you already know who I'm talking about. Tyler Huntley. Tyler Huntley has been doing well when it comes to competition. Tyler Huntley has exceeded to be it's a guarantee that he has to be our number 2 quarterback. And it was buzz going around that it's a potentially that he might even walk out the door. So it's most definitely, we got to see how will he thrive. And he's in a new system, because now we always wondered if Tyler Huntley was to go to another team or a new system, how would he thrive into that system? Now, this is his opportunity to show. I believe that Tyler Huntley gets things done. I believe that Tyler Huntley can be our number 2 quarterback coming to the season this year. And I think that he will. No disrespect to Anthony Brown and Josh Johnson, but I just feel like Tyler Huntley is that guy. Now, we didn't have plethora and a lot of number 2 quarterbacks like Tyrod Taylor. We had a Troy Smith. You know what I mean? As out, and they wind up going to different teams. And you know, Tyrod Taylor is still around, but Troy Smith didn't come up to be that guy. You know what I mean? Now, what I'm looking for out of Tyler Huntley throughout this preseason, and particularly throughout this game, is I want to see has his throwing mechanics improved. You know what I mean? Tyler Huntley got a nice arm. Tyler Huntley can spin that man. But at times, you know, Tyler Huntley, he shows that his mechanics, you know, his footwork is not all the way up to par. You know what I mean? It shows that sometimes, you know, his footwork and his body language can make indecisive moves and bad decisions, because that was going to lead into the next thing where I would like to see Tyler Huntley do is make better decisions and inside this offense. Because, you know, at times Tyler Huntley has put us in bad deals. Tyler Huntley has most definitely had one time in that AFC playoffs last year in that wild card, marched us all the way downfield, and my guy tried to dive from the 5-yard line, get stripped. Bengals running back all the way to the touchdown, house call. Bad decision making. You should automatically know that diving over the pile, the players are most definitely going to be swatting at the ball. They most definitely going to show like, wow, you should not be diving over the pile, and you did it. You know what I mean? So it's just about decision making. All about for Tyler Huntley, I want to see coming out this year. If he can most definitely make better decisions, don't have too many turnovers, Tyler Huntley is a solid number 2 quarterback. You know what I mean? I will put my last dollar that he will be our number 2 quarterback. Like I said, it's no disrespect to Josh Johnson or Anthony Brown, but I just feel like Tyler Huntley is the guy to be our number 2 quarterback this year. You know what I mean? I feel comfortable when LJ was out that we was able to throw Tyler Huntley in and he was able to move the offense. Because like I said, he can move the offense. He's not a bad quarterback. It's just sometimes his decision making is just not the best. So this is what I'm looking for out of Tyler Huntley in this game and throughout the rest of this preseason is better decision making. Can you lead a team to scoring drives? Can you lead a team in good position and make sure that we are not in a bad position and being deep into the red zone? You know what I mean? An opponent's red zone, let me say that. So that's what I'm looking at Tyler Huntley this year. Another player who's already has been on the team before, and I'm looking for him to make some noise this year. James Prochet II, or Junior, however, you know, however people would like to call it, put these names down. But James Prochet, man, he got to make an impact. You know what I mean? It's been times the way he showed that I obviously thought he was going to be our slot wide receiver last year. But he didn't show up at times. You know what I mean? James Prochet shows that he has the ability to make big catches. He has the ability to go in the middle. He has the ability to even show up at times. But he doesn't get enough reps because, you know, everybody else is probably outdueling him in practice, showing way better stuff in practice. Because now with this wide receiver run, man, it's deep. It is very, very deep, man, this year. But when you take away the top 4, when you take away OBJ, when you take away Zay Flowers, when you take away Bashard Bateman, when you take away Duvernay and Nelson Outlaw, who is going to be that guy that actually can show up and say, like, I've been here and I can do this? It has to be James Prochet. If James Prochet cannot do this, man, I don't know what else chances that he has. You know what I mean? Devin Duvernay already kind of got the returns down pat. You know what I mean? And that's one of the names that he got to try to outdo this all season also is Devin Duvernay. Because, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of the Devin Duvernay is going to get lost behind the rest of the names that I had called. So James Prochet is most definitely going to have to show some type of something. And the reason for that, and he's going to have to show a reason why he should be staying in this camp, stay on this team. You know what I mean? So if James Prochet can most definitely step up and because like I said, this wide receiver room is not going to stay healthy all year. I hate to say that. I would love for it to stay healthy all year, but it's football. It's going to have some it's going to have some bruises. It's going to have some in and outs. You know what I mean? So if James Prochet can most definitely show that he's worth being on this roster, Because, right now we have at least about 10 wide receivers. And we already know that once it gets down to the 53-man roster, those wide receivers are going to get cut. And we already know the top 4 to 5 that's already making the team. It's a guarantee. And now, like I said, it's about when things go rough for the wide receiver room. Can we trust and throw James Prochet out there? Or is it going to be somebody else that takes his job? You know what I mean? Like I said, it's 10 wide receivers in our depth right now in this room. And I'm pretty sure all of them is hungry. You know what I mean? So James Prochet, I'm most definitely going to have an eye on you, looking to see what type of role, how do you fit in this offense? Because like I said, it's a new offense. It's a new chance for a lot of guys on this offensive side to showcase something, to show something that maybe you didn't show last year or couldn't show last year under Greg Roman's offensive system. So I'm most definitely looking to see what can James Prochet or what any of these wide receivers is going to do this tonight. Because like I said, the heavy hitters are not playing. You know what I mean? I don't really see Zay Flowers really playing this year, but if Zay Flowers do play preseason play tonight, we already know that he's going to get a lot of attention. So while he's getting the attention, somebody else better be getting the receptions. You feel me? Let's check on some of these comments real quick before I keep the show rolling. Let's see what we got here. My guy Patrick, man, good morning. Happy Saturday to you, my guy Patrick, man. Appreciate you. My guy OG Mac, what it is. Yo, you already know how I come on the show, Doug. Yes, sir. My guy Barry, man, we in here. Yes, sir. We always gonna be in here. OG Mac again. Snoop ain't going nowhere. I hope not. You know what I mean? I really do hope not to see Snoop go anywhere this year because, like I said, I believe that he is a valuable piece in our offense because right now, as history showing that LJ cannot finish the season. You know what I mean? And I'm begging and I'm hoping that LJ do finish the season. But if he can't, if the injury bug bites him again, can we rely on Snoop? You know what I mean? So that's why I said this is where tonight is going to pretty much show him where he if he belongs here or not. My guy Patrick, yes, depth do matters in every position. Take notes from the Niners when they lost their quarterbacks. It cost them. It was the most inconvenient time in the NFC title game in Philly. Yes, most inconvenient time, and this is why I say Tyler Huntley has to be valuable, has to show something, has to showing that, you know what I mean, we don't want to be in a 49ers predicament. You know what I mean? So, and I don't trust Josh Johnson or Anthony Brown. Like I said, I don't know what they're going to be in this new system, but in last year's system, couldn't be trusted. Josh Johnson is old as, you know what? You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure we not going to be swinging this direction. But what he do provide is longevity in this league. He's able to see in a lot of things. He's able to just be on different teams and be playing a lot of systems. So you never know. He can be a dark horse in this race. But now as we sitting here going back into the players I would like to see thrive in tonight's game, another player, because this position is very, very critical right now. Very critical. It's so critical that I wish we would have kept Marcus Peters in this position, man, because Marcus Peters most definitely would have been fitting right for us. Q Kelly. He's a rookie. We drafted him this year, I believe was at our either third or fifth round pick. I can't remember which one, but Q Kelly. With our DB room getting real thin, like real thin. As always, the Ravens DBs room is always thin, man. We always having problems back there. Marlon Humphrey is the only guy that can stay healthy in this cornerback position, man. It's just like, golly. But what I'm looking for Q Kelly this year, or this game, is that while this room is getting thin, he has to show up. He has to show that he can throw him inside into the fire. Because what the DB situation is right now, it's hot. It's a hot situation. It's somewhere that we should not be. We can't be in this predicament to begin because last year our defensive backs is the reason why some of the games that we lost. Now, I'm not going to fully blame them. Can't fully blame them. But when it comes to the games like the Jaguars, the Dolphins, the Bills, DBs matters. Our DBs last year got torched. Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Williams can't be the only ones that can produce turnovers. This is the time where, as last episode I talked about Kyle Hamilton. This is most definitely going to have to show his athletic ability. Q Kelly is most definitely going to have to show him that why did we drafted him out of Stanford this year? He has the size. He's 6'1", and I believe he's just cracking over that 200 and some odd pounds. He has the size, he has the height, he has the ability to show that he belongs to be in the starting lineup, maybe. Or like I said in the last episode, I'm sharpening iron. You need that. I'm pretty sure that he's been going against OBJ, Zay Flowers, probably had to line up against Mark Andrews, all this stuff. Now we hoping that what you've been doing in practice, because you're not getting a lot of buzz, but there's been some type of buzz you doing training camp, doing practices. So now it's pretty much saying, I'm not saying that you're pretty much going to be in the starting role, but can we throw you into the starting role? Rock Yak Shin is hurt. Pepe Williams is hurt. And I'm pretty sure it's a list of some more names in the DB world. It's hurt. This is your time to shine, my guy. If you can go out here, and I'm not saying that Philly's going to unload A.J. Brown or even Deontay Smith, but it's your time to go out here and showing that number 17 belongs on this field and can make an impact throughout the season. Because it's not just worrying about this season. It's about making an impact throughout the whole entire season. Can we throw you in and out? Can we trust you? Will you not get up? Will you not give up any touchdowns this year? Now, I understand that's a tall task. But Marlon Humphrey did it. But, it took him some years to become that guy. You know what I mean? So, Q Kelly, man, this is your time to shine, my guy. The DB room is wide open. Like, wide open. Just make sure that none of your wide receivers that you are playing against tonight gets wide open. Please, I'm trying to tell you, this is the way how you make the team, man. The way to make a team is making noise throughout the preseason. You only got 3 games now. Preseason used to be 4, but you only got 3 games to show that you belong on a 53-man roster. It's the journey. It's the fight. This is what you put yourself you signed yourself up to. Is put yourself in a good predicament. And the Ravens, hopefully we got a good predicament. All right, our last player I want y'all to keep an eye on. And it's another critical position because we don't have Houston coming back this year. We sitting here flirting around with different pass rushers. You know what I mean? With Jadeveon Clowney, with who else? Van Noy a couple weeks ago. We trying to bring in all these, trying to figure out is who gonna be our pass rusher. Can Oweh be that guy? I've been saying this name since I started this podcast. Can Oweh be that guy? Can David Ojobe be the guy, the next guy up? Who is going to be our edge rusher that we can count on that can put a lot of pressure on quarterbacks this year? And I'm hoping that this 4th round pick, Tavius Robinson, can be that guy. We need Tavius Robinson to be that guy. Now, he has been getting a lot of buzz in this camp this year. A lot of buzz. Just to get to the point that everybody just can't wait to see, can he translate it to the game now? He was able to chase Lamar around. He's able to chase all these quarterbacks around. But you already know you can't really touch the quarterbacks in practice, safety reasons. And you don't want to have your franchise quarterback on the ground anyway. So, but, he's been doing one hell of a job. He's been, like I said, he's showing that he can be an edge rusher. I'm not saying that he's going to blow away any of these stats or anything in that nature. But what we are looking for is consistency. We need to see consistency that quarterback is being pressured, that quarterback is getting driven out of that pocket. Somebody, somewhere, got to show that they can do it. You know what I mean? And who else than Robinson to be that guy? You know what I mean? Like I said, 4th round pick. Not I'm not saying that let's just say you fighting for your job, my guy. You know what I mean? Contracts are not guaranteed for the top, especially for the last two guys that I was just sitting here talking about. Your contracts is not guaranteed. You having a spot on a team, it's not fully guaranteed right now. So what you got to go out here and do, man, you gotta show that number 95 is meant to be out here on this field. You know what I mean? You gotta try to make some type of thing. But like I said, just because you don't make the 53-man roster does not mean that it's over with. It's not. You still can make the practice squad, and then once you get put to the practice squad, now to see that can you make it back to regular to the 53-man roster. But you know what I mean, Robinson, this is your time to shine, my guy. Because like I said, I'm pretty sure Owe is probably not going to play. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that he's one of the big heavy hitter names, but I'm pretty sure that he not going to play him. So Robinson, you got some time. You're going to have a lot of snaps to showing that you can be that guy. And if you can be that guy, man, oh, man, I wouldn't regret us losing Houston, man, because like I said, us not bringing Houston back, letting him walk to Atlanta, I don't know what the Ravens was thinking about. But like I said, I'm pretty sure that they are seeing things that we are not seeing right now. And I'm pretty sure that they see that maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, that the players that we have right now can set the edge. You know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping for. So those are the 4 players that I want everybody to take their time to look for. You know what I mean? Look for number 2, look for number 10, look for number 17, look for number 95. You know what I mean? Huntley, Poche, Kelly, Robinson. Those 4 guys that I know that has to make an impact, has to kind of show that they can start separating themselves from the pack. And I'm pretty sure it's a lot of names that I can go out here and throw, like a Charlie Kalor, Keaton Mitchell. You know what I mean? Those also going to be some opportunities to see where can they make the squad. Keaton Mitchell, like I said last episode, is a running back where the running back right now, J.K. Dobbins' job is up in the air. Haven't heard a lot of buzz about Melvin Gordon, but only thing I know is Melvin Gordon came in determined, focused, and ready and seizing this opportunity. So if Melvin Gordon is ready, we already know about how Gus Edwards is. That running back room can be packed, but until that running back room gets packed, man, we need to most definitely see can Keaton Mitchell be ready to tote that rock. Charlie Kalor, that third tight end position is wide open. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that you can probably outdo Isaiah Likely, but Isaiah Likely is not a blocking tight end. He's more of a reception tight end. So if you can kind of upstage Isaiah Likely on that line blocking, we already know that the Ravens play good and plays 3 tight end motions, 3 tight end sets. So those are the players right now I want everybody to keep the eye out on for. You know what I mean? All right, before I move the show on, let's take some more comments real quick. What we got? My guy Patrick, if you have edge rushers, linebackers, and safeties can take over the middle of the field, it gives your corners cover ground and starts up front in the trenches. Yes, I most definitely believe so. This is why I believe that letting Justin Houston go and not bringing in a top edge rusher in is kind of making me scratch my head a little bit. You know what I mean? Because like I said, we need to have some pressure on quarterbacks this year. I think that this is the way the defense can most definitely thrive if we can pressure the quarterback. Because like you said, the linebackers, the safeties can take over the middle of the field. I believe that Marcus Williams is going to have another big season, just like he did last year. And he didn't play that many games. You know what I mean? He was out with an injury last year, with the wrist injury. So, like I said, this is the time for a lot of the guys to step up and show out. My guy, Rod, what it is, man. I see your Patriots already not looking so good in the preseason, man. But, another topic, another time. Man, Gus is making it known that he is coming for the number 1 spot. And I'm hoping. Gus Edwards most definitely got to show that because he's a guy that's being slept on. You know what I mean? It's a running back that I believe that he should be a starter. You know what I mean? Why J.K. Dobbins is having contract issues, Gus Edwards should be the feature back, and then Melvin Gordon should be, coming up behind him. But you know what I mean, hot hand wins as always. Whoever has the better cat, whoever has the better outcome wins the game. So you know what I mean. Hopefully, Gus Edwards can show some poise this year and showing that he deserves to be that top running back this year. Because I'm looking for a big season out of him. You know what I mean. So, all right. Before I wrap this show up, man, let's talk about a player getting a nice contract extension, and I believe that he deserves it. You know what I mean? I believe that he can make some noise into this camp this year, and obviously he's been making some type of noise. Broderick Washington, man, congratulations to you, my guy. You know what I mean? Most definitely congratulations, because Broderick Washington got that contract extension, and now he is making up to $17.5 million. 10 million is guaranteed. 6.3 million is combined in signing bonuses and option bonuses, which means that, you know what I mean, he can get a lot of his money up front, because that guaranteed money is up front. But also that 6.3 meaning that incentives. You know what I mean? How many sacks, how many quarterback pressures, how many all that. I think that was a good contract extension. I like Shorty. He's starting to become a household name in the Ravens camp. You know what I mean? Because he comes out into the community. He most definitely has some good ties with my guy Eugene, man. Shout out to Gene, man. One of the dopest guys, a big Ravens fan too, man. He most definitely trying to get me plugged in with some of these Ravens who is his customers, because he do dope work on audio, on your radio audios, for your cars. So if you're ever looking for that, you need your audio done right, hit up my guy Eugene, yo. I guarantee you he is. I'm gonna get his information one day. I'm gonna plaster him up on here and all that, because I do believe that he deserves to need some shine. But Broderick Washington, most definitely, he shows up to the community. He started to become, like I said, he's becoming a fan favorite in the Flock organization. Now, with this contract, my guy, I need you to become the best defensive lineman on the Ravens organization. You know, I'm not saying the best in the NFL. That's going to take some time. You know what I mean? But if you so happen to start making your way up there with the Aaron Donalds and the rest of the camp, man, by all means, this will be dope for the Ravens. But I believe that he has now put a little bit of a target on his back now. I'm pretty sure that now offensive lineman is starting to understand that this guy is going to cause some problems. This guy means something to the Ravens organization. Now he most definitely going to have to step his play up. I don't know if he's going to play in the preseason tonight, but if he do play preseason, look for number 96. Let's look to see if we spend our money right. You know what I mean? Because we don't want to give out no free money if you ain't going to do nothing. Thanks a lot, Joe Flacco. Oh man, but yeah, most definitely. I'm big shout outs to Broderick Washington, man. Like I said, I believe in this game. I believe that he put in the work. He didn't set the tone and show you that if you keep on doing being in the trenches and getting that work done, things gonna pay off. Hard work pays off. You feel me? So shout out to him, man. All right, man. As I'm sitting here wrapping this episode up, like I said, there's some DBs. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be playing. You know, it's going to be out. Pepe Williams out. Rock Yashin out. Arthur Mallet out. Jalen Amore Davis questionable. You know what I mean? Hopefully he can play. Like I said, that gives Q Kelly some time to showcase his talent. You know what I mean? I done already mentioned Lamar's not playing. I done already mentioned the big heavy hitters are not playing. But let me tell you why this is important for the young guys. I saved this to the end. It's important that tonight that we get this dub, that the Ravens beat the Eagles, for the simple fact that our preseason streak of 23 games is on the line. If these young guys don't have any other motivation stepping into this game, here's one right here. Now, like I said, preseason is not a big deal, but for these young guys, this is a big deal. This is the opportunity to show if this is a big deal to you tonight. So let's win preseason game number 24 tonight. And I feel like we is, because the Ravens always do exceptional well. We get great talent to come on this team and to keep this preseason streak alive. So let's hope and wish that tonight that these young guys can keep this streak alive, because that will be something dope for these young guys to look forward to talk about, to say, like, look, we the reason why we kept this preseason streak alive. You know what I mean? So some of these names need to come on out. Tyler Huntley, James Prochet, Q Kelly, Tavares Robinson, Broderick Washington, Keaton Mitchell, Charlie Kalor. All these guys, y'all important tonight. Y'all important in these next 3 games, honestly. You know what I mean? So if y'all can most definitely keep this preseason streak alive, it'll be dope. It'll keep the buzz around. It'll most definitely put y'all names up in the higher echelons. So, you know what I mean? It's got something to fight for the young guys, man. Hey, let me make another announcement before I let y'all go, man. As soon as the game wrap up tonight, probably like around 10-something p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be back to give you my post-game coverage. You know what I mean? To give y'all some things and give y'all my opinion on how the game went down. Lose or win, I will be back here. You feel me? So make sure y'all tune in tonight. Come on back. It's not over. It's not over. So just come on back. Let's talk about tonight's game, man. So to all my flockers, man, make sure y'all tune in tonight around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we talk about this preseason game. How did the Ravens do? What did we see? What are we looking for in the next game? And stuff on and so on and so on. So until then, man, as always. Oh, before I'm getting ahead of myself. Make sure y'all go to the GRYD and check out the GRYD network. This is a dope network. This network have great contents on there. And one of the great contents they have on there is my own MTMO Sports Podcast. If you have not checked out my anniversary episode, man, and the rising star that's coming out of Baltimore City, go check it out. I guarantee it's a dope episode you don't want to miss, man. You want to see who is this kid, who is this rising star coming out of Baltimore, because he might be playing on the TV near you. Could be playing for the Ravens. He said he would like to. You know what I mean? So check out that dope interview. Check out all the rest of the shows that's on the GRYD. Commanders on Demand, All Even Podcast, Carving It Up with Bryson Carver, Clutch Sports with Ryan Flowers, Outside the Cage with my guys Eric and them. I guarantee you, it's the GRYD network has great content. It's not just about the Ravens. We got other great shows and good shows and great shows coming up. If y'all have not checked the 8 o'clock spot, that's another great show. I'm also on that show. Get the feature on that show also too, man, as we go and battle to see who has the best takes throughout the whole camp of the GRYD, man. So make sure y'all go tune in each and every Tuesday at 8 o'clock, because it's the spot you want to be. You feel me? So 8 o'clock spot on the GRYD on YouTube. And I'll check our podcasts on, like Spotify, anything of that nature, our audio. That's what it is. Our audio podcasts on our audio platforms, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, no matter what it is, just make sure you go follow the GRYD Network. You feel me? And as I sit here, wrap this up, man. Yes, sir. God bless and much success. Yes, sir. And OG, peace and blessings, my good brother. See you soon. Already, OG, you already know. And as always, like I said, I'll see y'all at 10 p.m. And as always, yo, big trust, yo. Don't trust anything other than that. You feel me? Ravens flock. See y'all later. I'm out.